What's up, guys? Happy Friday and welcome to today's show. We've got a couple of transfer rumours and news to get through today. So we're going to start off with Arsenal. It's not going to be too long on Arsenal. Timber is due for his medical, so I expect that will happen next week. The fee's been agreed between Ajax and Arsenal, and Timber will be an Arsenal player. Declan Rice, don't panic. Everything is agreed. The fee is agreed. Medical will probably happen next week. It's just that the structure of the payments is the only small stumbling block. West Ham want the payments over 18 months and Arsenal want them over 4 years. So there needs to be a compromise in there. But according to reports and according to what I've heard and read, there will be a compromise and there'll be a middle ground found for the payment structure of the Rice deal, and he will be an Arsenal player very, very soon along with Timber. So let's start off with Liverpool. They acted fast in the transfer window, attaining McAllister's services from Brighton, exceptional midfielder, but they are back in for another one. They are back in for Leipzig's Dominic Szoboszlai. Forgive me if I'm not saying the surname correctly. Now, why Liverpool are so clever is that he has a 60 million buyout clause that expires today. That means they will get him possibly, not definitely, a little bit cheaper. So the Liverpool representatives, the Liverpool hierarchy, are meeting with Szoboszlai's representatives to communicate about the deal. But apparently they're in advanced negotiations and Dominic should be a Liverpool player. Now that's a very, very good move. He's a very, very talented midfielder. And I see what Liverpool are doing. Jurgen Klopp is probably financially a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Restrained. But they're still trying to get deals done. They're trying to buy intelligently in a transfer window. And not every deal needs to be £100 million over for Enzo Fernandez, for Declan Rice, for Jude Bellingham. McAllister is a fantastic midfielder. They got him on the cheap. Dominic Szoboszlai is a fantastic midfielder. They will most probably, it looks like, because when Liverpool want a target, they usually get him on a lower deal, on a lower amount of a deal. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm all for this. You look at Leicester when they won the Premier League, they got Morris on the cheap, they got Kante on the cheap, and they sold them on for mega money. We don't always need to spend crazy money on quality players. There's a lot of quality players out there that are not expensive. Look at Brighton's recruitment. Matoma, Caicedo. It's all about good scouting. And Liverpool are exceptional at scouting and they're exceptional at their recruitment strategies. So, in a way, I really hope that they get this Dominic Szoboszlai, because that will hopefully mean they won't go in for Lavia. And if they don't go in for Lavia, that will hopefully, if Arsenal want to go in for Lavia as a fourth signing, that will just give us free reign to sign him and to get him into the Emirates. That would be ideal. So Liverpool are back in the transfer window and back making moves to strengthen that midfield. And we all know the midfield is a key point for Liverpool to strengthen. Up front, they're fine. I think Darwin is going to have an exceptional season next season. I think he was good last season. I think the criticism is unfair. I think he's a phenomenal player. Just needs to be a bit more critical in front of goal, but he will be exceptional next season. He'll kick on. Gakpo, Salah, Diaz, Jota, fantastic front attacking players. Midfield needs some beefing up, which they're doing. Possibly defence needs a bit more beefing up, which they'll be doing. Right back, definitely. Trent, I think Trent should move into midfield permanently. They should get a right back or maybe two, maybe get a centre half, and left back with Tomiskis and Robertson. They're pretty much covered. Maybe they might need a better backup goalkeeper closer to Alisson's level there as well. So there are players that they'll need, but you know, Liverpool are very good at recruiting and getting players that are lower value, and that's fantastic. So Spurs, the new manager of Spurs, Big Ange Postecoglu, wants to have talks with Harry Kane about his future. Crunch talks. Now listen, mate. Harry Kane, don't talk to Postecoglu. Talk to Bayern Munich. Or you talk to your agent, you relax and you wait for more offers to come in for you. Under no circumstances, Harry Kane, must you stay at Spurs. And Postecoglu won't last long. James Maddison coming to Spurs ain't going to change the fortune. Listen, James Maddison's a good player. He creates chances, he scores goals. But as soon as he comes into Spurs and that mentality and energy is in him, he will become Spursy as well. I don't know what Ange Postecoglou can say to Harry Kane to convince him to stay. Because even if Harry Kane... Listen, if Harry Kane don't sign a new contract, then I'm pretty sure Daniel Levy will sell him. So Ange Postecoglou will try and get Harry Kane to sign a new contract. Like I've said previously, if Harry Kane signs a new contract, he's the stupidest player of all time. So at the end of the day, if he just says, listen, Ange, we'll play for you for another season, but there's no contract extension. That will force Daniel Levy to sell him. And that's it. And he's happy ever after. He can go to Bayern. He can maybe win. He'll win everything in the first season. Probably win a treble domestically. He might even win the Champions League in the first season. Definitely in the second season if they build the squad that I think Bayern are going to build. And then he can come back to England, possibly to a Newcastle or Manchester United. And he can still break Shearer's record and retire with trophies and legendary status. That's how I would navigate Harry Kane's career. But guess what? I have common sense, and that's something that Kane's representatives do not have. So it's going to be interesting to see what these crunch talks are going to end up and how this is going to be ended. Now, apparently, Manchester City have been... These are just accusations, but apparently they received a £30 million bit of money from a mystery person in the UAE for something. Now, that on top of their 115 charges that they've been accused of, you know, listen, I'm not taking anything away from Manchester City. They're the best team in the world. They're one of the greatest Premier League teams of all time. But how they got there, was it completely honest? I don't know. They've not been, you know what I mean? They've not been found guilty of anything. So this is just speculation at the moment, and things will be investigated as they should be. Manchester City have the financial might to get the best lawyers to, you know, clear their name. And, you know, at the end of the day, all that matters is the truth coming out. And that's what we all want as football fans. We just want the truth to come out. We all know that these charges are being in the process of being investigated. But this is a new accusation that has come out that Manchester City accepted a £30 million bit of money from a mystery person in the UAE. You know, well, I'm just telling you what I've read and what I've heard, and I'm bringing it to you. On the field, Manchester City are exceptional. Off the field, they're exceptional. But these accusations, it doesn't look too good. But, you know, in the future, we will see and all will be revealed. And hopefully the truth will come out. So this is going to end today's video. It's the weekend. It's Pride tomorrow. Happy Pride, guys. Have fun with whatever you're doing. Peace and love and all that. I'll try and be back on the weekend for another video. So please, if you like today's video, please comment, smash the like, share and subscribe. And I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.